So today we'll be learning about how to create extensions for Chrome, and the very first and the most important part is this manifest.json file. Without this, no folder or no CSX folder can be considered an extension. So we need to create a manifest.json file, which is just JavaScript object notation, and we need to place this manifest.json file directly to the root directory. So you need to have this as the first child of your root directory, and then herein you can create the JavaScript object. Remember, the keys are predefined, so you cannot define a key, and basically it won't mean anything to the Chrome browser. So we need to use predefined keys. The first and most important key is manifest version, which will hold an integer. Currently the version is 3. 4 is going to be launched very soon. You can check it in Chrome dev docs, and there in references you can search which manifest version is currently therein. So first important key is this manifest version. Without this you cannot create an extension, even the local extensions or your own browser. And then you need to name the extension, what the name of your extension will be. So here we are trying to create an image for Word extension. So basically we will prompt the user to type in Word, and then on the side panel we'll be creating or will be displaying an image. We can use AI for the same. We can also use APIs from different websites to do the same task. We'll see, or we'll tackle the problem later on. First, let's create the basic extension, and then we need to have something called version of your own extension. It must be a string. It can be a dot delimited string, something like this, or you can just simply create anything that you like to, but you cannot do something like this. You need to do something like this. Sorry, something like this. Okay, so yeah, these three are very important. Without this, no extension is considered an extension. So these three keys are mandatory. Then when you need to deploy it or upload it to your Chrome Web Store, you need two more extensions which are mandatory. The first one being the description key, which holds the value as a string, and this will describe what your extension does. So our extension does conversion of a word into an image. So we'll write generates image for a word, and that's it. And then you need to create another key. It's called icons, and it is an object. It holds an object. And what kind of object? Basically the URLs, and the key will be holding name for that URL. And what we do here is we create a hierarchy of image, like this, and then specifying the URL. I've downloaded some demo extension, demo PNG files like this. If I zoom in, you can see it. Sorry. And then you need to come on and literally you need to type in the URL. That's it. 16.png. So we create a hierarchy like this. Wherein these keys, they represent the size of the image. We can use it later on as well, but these actually represent size of the images. Are they necessary to be named like this? Not really, but this is a convention to use it like this, so we'll be using it like this. This is our fifth object. Then we will be having something like permissions. For this extension we need permissions. As of now we really don't need it, so we can later on add it. First we need action key. Earlier it was named browser actions, but it has been changed to action manifest 3 version. it holds an object. One of the objects is default popup. So basically this is mostly used to create a popup. Okay, default popup, and this holds a URL for the same. So we will go to URL HTML CSS popup.html. I have created this HTML file. This is a very basic HTML file. I have not created anything here, just to show you. And then we can have something like permissions as well. Permissions are basically, they will hold an array. They will hold an array which describes which permission to be given. Side panel is one of them, because we will be using side panel for displaying the image to the user, and the word will be typed when the user clicks on that extension. We can also have something like storage, something like notifications. We can get any permission that we want, but for now we won't be using the permissions. These are useless for us right now. After permissions, there's one more, basically a key which represents side panel, and it also holds an object. The first key that it can have is default path, okay, which holds the URL for the side panel. The URL being HTML CSS and then side panel.html. So I've created this as well, but again this is very basic, it's nothing anywhere. So like this you can create a JSON file which will be named manifest, and remember this should be named manifest only, you cannot change the name of the file. And now what you can do is basically we can go and manage extensions. So for now I will remove the extension from the Chrome, remove from Chrome, yes, and then I will again load and back it. So what you need to do is you need to select that folder, remember the folder that you want to load and back open, and there you have it, image folder. So this is the icon that we created and everything. For now you can go to this image for Word, you can pin it and then you can use it. For now, see, this is a pop-up showing up which has nothing. So if we come to our popup.html and we create something like h1.header and just write hello world, Control S, and then if you refresh it, it will have this hello world. You need not refresh it every time, it will automatically cover it until unless you change permissions or manifest file, you need to refresh. So here we have created a basic extension just by using this JSON file, and this popup.html. Likewise, we can create any extension that we want to. Herein, in the next coming videos, we will be adding some features like an input field in the pop-up wherein the user types a word and gets an image for that in the side panel. So we'll be using script files for those things. As of now I have nothing in it. We'll create some JavaScript files for the same purpose. As of now, thank you and stay tuned.